Hello everyone, my name is Tira. Welcome to the English Country English book to read today. SpongeBob story. Once upon a SpongeBob. And I can read story Pinkalicious and the Sick Day. Are you ready to read? Here we go. I can read story Pinkalicious and the Sick Day. When the bell rang and the day of the day, Pearl left her hand in me matter. Give your her mom, she said. Wasn't it terrible? When I got home, I find Mommy. I waited till I read the letter. I smiled. Your favorite attendance. Tomorrow will be get a forfeit of the day, she said. I am proud of you. Yuppie, I yelled. I'm strange. No homework. I didn't know about that, my mom said. However, you two get to read the morning entertainments to eat lunch at proper hearts. After dinner, I walked on my Uncle boys. Good morning, students, I said. Bravo, Pinkalicious, Daddy said. You must be very excited. Your cheeks all are pink. I nodded. I was excited, but it's so sleepy. And I went to bed early. And I woke up, and my head hurt. My eyes itched. Then I thought it's scratchy. Achoo, achoo, achoo. Daddy took my temperature. You get my favor, he said. No school for you today. She took me back into the bed. Then I remembered I have to go to school, I said. I probably for the day. I'm sorry, Pinkalicious, my mommy said. I'll make you some tea, said Mommy. Daddy tried to turn on me. Then I saw a big hug. Then I went to sleep. And I woke up and feeling a bit better. I stilled my sniffs and looked in my mirror. My nose was fearfully pink. My mommy came into my with pink tea. My mom used to make it for the when I was sick. She said. I originated the tree. I took a sniff. Yum! I got to stay pajamas all day. Mommy brightened my crayons and I chalked into the bed. And I drew a picture of my riding Goldie to school. Daddy called me from work to see what I was. I told me a joke and I laughed. Why don't you make Pig Panya to go to the doctor's office? Because she was pink. I giggled, but I was still a little sad because I wasn't at school. I want to be able to share the joke at races. Into the afternoon, the phone rang. I was perfectly hurt. It wasn't it. I'm homesick too, she said. Then you can steal the perfectly for the day. I feel Pangamit means better. Then Peter came home. Guess what I did today, I said. I journal and I read the books. My mommy made me a pink tea and I didn't even have to go to dress. And I want to be sick too, said Peter. Then you smell like a munchak. Yuck for it, he said, and I giggled. The next morning, my nose is knuckle color, and I felt all better. You're treasured into the Omanorka, Mommy said. You can go to the school today. Yeah, I chilled. When I got to school, went this right to the office. and I couldn't wait to tell everyone any joke about the pink panda. Good morning, I said. This is peel left is berry pink Pinkalicious. The end. And SpongeBob story, Once Upon a SpongeBob. Chapter 1. Read any good books lately. SpongeBob SquarePants was walking to work today and something hit him onto the head. Hey, what big idea? SpongeBob cried, looking around. What have you here? SpongeBob said. He picked a book from the ground and read the title, Mother Griffin of Fairy Tales. Oh, I used to love trade stories when I was a little. SpongeBob began to read. He kept reading all the way to the work and across the crowd. SpongeBob read and take to work. He didn't start reading that he got home. Wow, Gary is fairy tales on even internet into the told into the snail food. Finally, it was time for bed. Gee, Gary, what in a big I be living in until the real fairy world? SpongeBob dreamed. He wasn't it? Yes, his pet. But he know could never happen. Not in the middle years. Chapter 2. SpongeBob and Keith's Talk. The next morning, SpongeBob woke up to the sound of Mr. Puff calling him. SpongeBob, he shouted, come here, and then sat. SpongeBob stumbled into the kitchen. Mr. Puff, he cried, what are you doing here? You mean do it into the oranges out to the mother? Mr. Puff said. It's a surprise, poor boy. I guess I'm to you today, said Efrain terminally. SpongeBob, I want to get to the garage for summer puddles. Mr. Puff canted it. SpongeBob ran out of the house, crying. Gary wanted his arm. Pass over here, whispered a firmer voice. SpongeBob started to scare, danced into the material, into the growing bag. What's that? asked SpongeBob. It's things I'll make off the sea. Scare into the answer. How about to see at the snare of others? I draw it this special bag. Sold. SpongeBob said. Mr. Puff, our farmer, into the SpongeBob, told her what had happened. She tossed into the bag out of the window as soon as bag hit to the ground and giant Keith stuck and pulled out. The girl hid her into the SpongeBob could see. What could be up there? SpongeBob wondered. SpongeBob climbed up to the cliff and talked about the very top. He saw a huge into the castle, into the dentist. Can I go to the wake and see to the inside? said SpongeBob shout. He was at the top of the castle. Chapter 3. Golden Jellyfish. SpongeBob walked into the enormous front of the old levers out to the castle. Inside Patrick's store, sat down into the chair happily eating jellyfish jelly. Next to him, it was a beautiful jellyfish. It wasn't a jellyfish that makes the golden jelly? asked SpongeBob. Dear Chef, it sure is, Patrick answered. I haven't eaten almost 3 days. I'll bet it tasty good. SpongeBob hinted. It's delicious, Patrick said, and joining to SpongeBob hider. Do you think anyone mind after the battle the jellyfish a little while? SpongeBob hinted again. Nah, Patrick said. Well, maybe the giant. Giant? What giant? asked SpongeBob. Suddenly, the door bent open. Foo, 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 I smell a brown square panty sponge, shouted the giant. He turned it into the stump to the room. Ah, cried SpongeBob, save me. Chapter 4, Sponge Already. Ah, cried SpongeBob as a work. Save me, SpongeBob looked. And he saw into the all in his bed. Well, Gary, what a dream, he said. SpongeBob started squaring and I ran into a room. Well, it's right, still doing to bed, standing fancy into the party for hours. He got in the golden last chairs and long as my dentist. Can't we're having a party? SpongeBob cheered and jumping out of the bed. Let's go. You're not going to anyone and I'll tell you to finish your chores, Squidward said. What are the kind of the chores? Asked SpongeBob. SquarePants is the SpongeBob to work into the party. Have anything Sandy party. SpongeBob ran to finish. You can the Sandy fancy party into the scary fans. You don't have any fancy bone your party. Have that. You're going to have John Abbey Bones your party. Have a nice night, SpongeBob and Fairy Pants. Scary knocked on into the lap, SpongeBob alone. Gee, Gary, I really wish to go to the Sunday party, said SpongeBob sadly. And suddenly there was a finish of the light into the old strange-looking checker apron. Never fear, I'll Dave carried the boys into the grandmother here. Chapter 5, Abracadabra. The fairy grandmother is to the old SpongeBob is to the fantastic night after the grandmother said. Your life, said grandmother. Now, as the grandmother turned the Krabby Patty to the coach and hinted, it wasn't no matter who you were to fulfill it. Patrick saw them magically, quickly ran over. Turn me into something, he begged. Come on, please. The fairy grandmother waved the magic wand of the tea, and poof, Lee, I'm an umbrella, Patrick sang. Now let's do something about the ranks, the fairy grandmother said to SpongeBob. Now remember that was often the midnight bay. It was the grandmother warmed. Thank you, fairy grandmother, SpongeBob said. He jumped out to the coach and sped off to the party. Poof. And Chapter 6, A Coach into Good Time. SpongeBob arrived at their old try thanks to all into the cotton sandy interland. You're good in a very fancy party, she turned into the sang off to the hall turn around the dance floor. Sandy into the dancing floor, it wasn't the can dance all night. It wasn't it, no matter how to the best. That Sandy crashed. Invite me your name. Before SpongeBob could answer, the clock began to sounding midnight. It wasn't to know about the listing. It wasn't from the chimney to the rabbit tower dancing midnight. Sandy looking for a ground. I must find a challenger for the disband. She decorated. But suddenly scratched up the branky burden into the older pants of the ride into the sands onto the SpongeBob house. It wasn't outside. They wanted to put up the SquarePants. For that, you're dance one, Sandy explained. You're into the dance tower, Tim. Oh yeah. Chapter 6 and 7 for It's the Krabby Patty Man. Oh, yeah, SpongeBob awoke in the store. Well, Gary, what dream within a dream, he said. Meow, Gary said. Do you want me to look different? SpongeBob asked. SpongeBob looked at himself in the mirror. Ah, he sneered. It's not SpongeBob anymore. I'm Krabby Patty Bob. And this isn't even my badge. It's Gretel's. Oh, SpongeBob cheered after they all grumbled. It wasn't invited to walk away. There wasn't no you think you're going to meet Krabby Patty, said Krabs. Krabby Patty Bob is between the magic. Krabby Patty laughed off. Come here, back up, Krabs yelled, shouting after him. Run as fast as you can, Krabby Patty Bob. Run, and you can't catch me. I'm the Krabby Patty Man. Outside, Krabby Patty Bob is quickly toward my hungry Bob. Is cooking, everybody? He asked, nervously. Sally. You are Krabby Patty Bob, Sandy asked her. You're the best. Me like this video? Stamped the Krabby Patty Bob. Now, of course not, said Sandy. What cough is the fairy drink? Hello, cried Krabby Patty Bob. Chapter 8. Happily Ever After. Just then Patrick stunted all the project into the Krabby Patty Bob is straight into the patty fillings. It's not delicious, Jason said to the other very slowly. I had my happen when someone didn't called. Me too, agreed another, and they cried and wanted away. They're leaving Patrick into the Krabby Patty Bob into the alone. You, said Krabby Patty Bob, it's all stink. Oh, this our home. There was Patrick. You really sent me my bones back there. No button, Krabby Patty Bob, Patrick said. If an air did it all count for you, just name it, said Krabby Patty Bob. Anything? said Patrick. Patrick grumbled the Krabby Patty Bob arm. How are you about Tinsy Wincy taste? He said. You smell so yummy. Patrick, no, cried Krabby Patty Bob. No, SpongeBob woke up screaming. There's a round of razor there till he was in the bed. Wow, Gary, what a dream, what a dream, what a dream, he said. Those fairy tales all dream real. Then SpongeBob looked at Patrick standing beside the bed. Patrick, what are you going here? Asked SpongeBob. Oh, I just came by for the breakfast, asked Patrick, and he gave a SpongeBob a little lick. Get any taster sauce? The end. Did you have fun? 이런 인천 comic about book and just you like goodbye and you should goodbye too. And Pinkalicious goodbye, and Pinkalicious say goodbye too, and SpongeBob goodbye, and Once Upon a SpongeBob goodbye too, and today too, but goodbye, and you're very, very, very goodbye too, and see you next time, see you tomorrow. Today is very good day. See you next time, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.